Hi, I'm Ken Steele here at the Canadian Exhibition Place in Toronto for the 2013 Ontario College Information Fair. We're going to take you through the exhibits, talk to some people on the floor, and give you a feel for what's happening at the third largest North American show for higher education. Let's start with one of the biggest host colleges at the fair, George Brown College. I was lucky to catch a few minutes behind the scenes with Dave Scott, the manager of liaison and recruitment for George Brown, who's also a key organizer of the entire day's events. So how many years have you been at this?
This will be my third event. I've been at George Brown since January 2011, and this is the third OCIF event that I've been a part of.
Great. And I haven't been here in a few years myself,
okay.
So how have you seen the fair change over those 3 years?
The biggest changes that I've seen are with all of the colleges bringing bigger, better booths, putting a lot more investment into it, a lot more effort than what I originally saw a few years back. So I think that everybody's seen the value in this event and seen the value of bringing their best game.
Certainly George Brown's booth is imposing, staffed by hundreds of volunteers and staff. They made particularly good use of a central stage where various programs demonstrated some of their visually appealing tools or even engaged passers-by in science experiments.
Incorporated the stage 3 years ago. In my first year, we brought a stage on board because we wanted to show off some of the skills that the students might learn, some of the technologies that we're offering at George Brown. Our culinary school, our chef school, presented it was a demo on how many taste buds are on your tongue. So it's a very visual demo. They put a blue food dye and they can actually measure to a certain extent how many taste buds you have and determine if you're a super taster or a not so great taster.
Stick your tongue right out. You have about 15 to 22 taste buds within that range.
It's a challenging environment to present a demo.
A bit like the barkers at the fair who want to show you how to use their food processors and things.
Yeah,
you got to bring them in.
So 50%.
Besides the performances, prospective students could talk with George Brown recruiters and instructors, see live demonstrations of technologies, and, hey, even high-five the Huskies mascot. For lead capture, George Brown continues to use a contest with plenty of prizes on the floor.
Well, for a student, it really is about just registering your information, choosing the areas of interest where you want to learn more, and the draw is that you get a ticket that translates, you bring it to the prize vault, it gives you a special code, and if your code works, you get a prize. There's 70 prizes throughout the 2 days.
Centennial College also had a large presence right at the very entrance to the trade show floor, with corners of their exhibit devoted to their schools of business, hospitality, tourism and culture, and transportation. Interactive exhibits at the Centennial booth included a bicycle-powered crane, which students used to try to pick up a view book. Like most colleges, Centennial had plenty of branded pens to give away, as well as a chance to win an iPad. Hundreds of volunteers were wearing lime green Centennial golf shirts, but paramedic students were there in full gear as well. For their chance to win an iPad, students were asked to enter their contact information, giving them a chance to spin the giant roulette wheel to win sunglasses, slinkies, flex rulers, or yo-yos. Centennial had one more attraction, an old-fashioned photo booth, spitting out glossy photos and, of course, the Centennial College logo. Another major exhibitor at the college fair was Humber College, Ontario's largest, whose exhibit spanned one entire wall of the trade show floor, and yet was always crowded with prospective students and their parents who wanted to talk to staff and faculty about program offerings. On the lighter side, the Humber exhibit featured a money booth, where students got about 15 seconds to grab as much play money as they could, stuff it in a slot in the wall, and then they could cash it in for a variety of rather pricey prizes. The fourth Toronto host college is Seneca College, and their large footprint on the trade show floor was clearly divided by program areas from hospitality to aviation, from animation to law and public safety. Prospective students and parents flooded the exhibit to speak to Seneca volunteers and staff in their red Seneca shirts and to enter their contact information for yet another chance to win an iPad.
I'm here at the Seneca booth with Seneca President David Agnew. David, what do you like best about the Ontario College Fair?
Well, what I love is the opportunity to talk to prospective students, sometimes their parents as well when they come, and it's words of wisdom that are kind of unedited and unfiltered, and so you just hear exactly what's on students' minds. Every year I've been president, I've come down, and it's always interesting because you do sense little sort of pushes and pulls depending on what's happening out there. People are very practical. I think we don't give prospective students, high school students, enough credit for that. So they ask very good questions.
I have often thought that the student market responds very quickly to even the slightest rumor of a fluctuation in the job market. It's challenging as institutions to respond as fast as the students can respond.
The reality is that you're right, and it's incumbent on the institutions working with the employers in particular, and let's be honest, in the absence of really terrific labor market information sometimes, but to try to be, if not ahead of the curve, at least on the same cusp. On the other hand, you know that the part of the issue is if you're too far ahead of the game, then people aren't going to see the immediate rewards. So you have to. That's the tension in program development.
Right.
And you know the stories of depending on what's hot on television, people will be heading towards CSI, or they'll be heading towards medical careers and so on. But I think you're right. I think that in general, I think they're quite savvy about what's out there in the marketplace. The other thing I'm very excited about from a content point of view is that we are making great strides in implementing our plan to equip all of our students with interdisciplinary skills, with an experiential learning opportunity. In the end, we want to equip them with those kinds of both hard and soft skills that the employer community says they need from our graduates. And I think that's a very exciting development.
Mohawk College is one of the largest outside the GTA at the college fair, and the Mohawk exhibit includes video screens, plenty of volunteers and staff for a variety of programs, and props like this SWAT uniform. In addition to paper view books, iPads stand ready so prospective students can browse the Mohawk website for further information. Fleming College has an imposing, very tall display wall highlighted by one-word pop-up displays: Learn, Belong, Become. The booth is well staffed with recruiters and volunteers, including faculty in uniform. The Fleming booth has plenty of giveaways like these buttons and educational props like mineral samples and pickaxes. I asked recruiter Carrie Truman to explain their contest.
What's this game called again?
Plinko.
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 Blink, B or P?
P.
Plinko.
Plinko. Drop the puck down, and we're giving away t-shirts, sunglasses, and stickers today.
And is it rigged? How many t-shirts versus how many stickers?
It is not rigged. Go.
And we got some footage of it.
Give it a try, and we'll see what you win.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right, let's see. I don't know if I can spin it a little bit differently. Now it's going to go to the other side. Oh. It's pretty determined to go sticker. What are the things you want students in Toronto to learn about Fleming College?
Yeah, Fleming College is not that far away from the GTA. It's about an hour and a half away. It's easy to get to. We have a new Skilled Trades and Technology Center opening in the fall, and so it's a great place if you want to go into the trades. It's a great place to come and learn, get some hands-on experience. And then we also have our Frost campus in Lindsay, and so if the environment is your passion, then that's the place for you. That's where all of our environmental courses are. You should come and visit sometime.
I guess that'll go on my list.
Fleming's booth also had some interesting props like a virtual reality welding simulator and this 3D printer. We asked Blane Bell to explain how it works.
So what we have here is a 3D printer. It's like a milling machine in reverse. So instead of removing material from a solid block, we actually add material to an empty space. So as an example, this wheel would start as a CAD file. We transfer the file to the board, and then it would print the file.
Layer by layer.
So layer by layer, it would print the file. This head took about 25 hours.
Conestoga College's exhibit reflects their brand messaging. What you do here counts out there. I waited for a fairly quiet moment to drop by and chat with recruitment staff at Conestoga's booth. I was particularly struck by the size and quality of the Conestoga College viewbook, which may well have been the most substantial given out at the college fair. For a smaller college from well outside the GTA, Sudbury's Cambrian College had a very impressive presence at the college fair. A large touchscreen encouraged students to answer some fun aptitude and preference questions and suggested Cambrian programs that might be of interest to them on the basis of their answers. I cornered Cambrian's Associate Vice President of Advancement, Shawn, to ask him a few questions.
This is our third year with this concept booth, and the first year with this expanded space. We've got 600 square feet of what we like to call a Cambrian and Sudbury experience. And the strategy behind it is to showcase to prospective students the blend of natural environment and beauty that Sudbury has to offer, with a bit of the urban environment as well that students can expect when they come to Sudbury. We've got our paramedicine students here with Sim Man, we like to call him. He does all kinds of things. He breathes. We've had prospective students in intubating and really getting a hands-on health sciences experience. We've got a homage to a Sudbury landmark, the Townhouse Tavern. So when you come into Sudbury, you'll actually see the real-life version of the replica sign that we've got at the tail end of our booth. It's a destination for a lot of great indie bands. I think the main message for prospective students, Ken, is that Cambrian students get jobs. We've got 4,100 full-time students on campus this year. Our graduate satisfaction rates are climbing year over year. Our students have a tremendous experience in the classroom. We educate them in Sudbury, they get employed globally.
I'm afraid we really didn't have time to do justice to all the college exhibits at the college fair, with only one afternoon there. Sioux College was there to encourage GTA students to take it outside. St. Lawrence College told students to say hello to their future. Collège Boreal was there to talk about francophone options for students, and Durham College was there talking to students who love DC. Durham College also offered one of the very few healthy options for students who were hungry while wandering the floor of the trade show. St. Clair College, with its bold graphics and visuals, emphasized that students can start there and go anywhere. Lambton College encouraged students to connect by completing a ballot to win a $500 shopping spree at Future Shop, and had an iPad on display to browse further information on their programs. Northern College recruiters had substantial view books on display for the taking, as well as pop-up displays emphasizing a variety of programs from practical nursing to veterinary technician, welding engineering technology. Confederation College's bold new campaign, Where Will Your Story Take You?, included opportunities to win an iPad mini and a $500 shopping spree by texting in an entry. At the Canadore College booth, a prominent monitor displays one of their impressive new commercials. The Niagara College booth featured the only helium balloons at the college fair. They also brought in an interactive display of hairdressing for prospective students to give them a feel for the program area, and replayed the coverage of Rick Mercer's visit to Niagara College Culinary Arts Center. Late in the afternoon, by the time we got to the Fanshawe College booth, things were quieting down at the college fair. But the exhibit itself is impressive and large, including video monitors and iPad displays for browsing the website for further information. Algonquin College's booth makes bold use of forest green colors and includes a wide range of program area information and iPads to access further information about Algonquin College. Swag includes pens and, of course, U-books. Prospective students also have the opportunity to win $1,000 off tuition at Algonquin College. the draw for a free whitewater rafting weekend drew our attention to Joel Kowalski.
Hey there, my name is Joel Kowalski and I'm here representing Wilderness Tours and Algonquin College. We've partnered to create an outdoor adventure program that can't be matched anywhere. Algonquin College partnered with us because we're the industry leader in outdoor sports. We teach them whitewater rafting, whitewater kayaking, sea kayaking, snowshoeing, skiing, snowboarding, ice climbing, wilderness first responder first aid, swiftwater rescue, canoe touring, orienteering, outdoor leadership. The list goes on. Students come out of this program fully certified and trained in a very exciting industry that's growing and very popular in Canada.
The Sheridan College exhibit reflects their new brand identity with the two fonts in the letter S and the new slogan, Get Creative. Prospective students were encouraged to submit ballots with what inspires them. A significant portion of Sheridan's floor space was dedicated to a series of caricaturists drawing illustrations of willing prospective students. Georgian College's exhibit looked much like other colleges, with representatives speaking to prospective students and their parents. A prominent corner of the exhibit, though, was devoted to the Automotive Business School of Canada for the driven. The Great Lakes International Marine Training Center, however, is particularly interactive at Georgian's booth. Captain Colin MacNeil explains.
Well, I guess in behind me we've got our marine navigation simulator. Our demo simulator is a portable version that we can take from place to place. But in essence, it's got the same software as our big simulators. And we use this type of technology to educate our mariners on, like a radar, the electronic charts. We've got your GPS that everybody knows about, your depth sounder, and other electronic navigation aids. And then we put all this stuff together into a system where the students can then take that knowledge and they can practice collision avoidance, they can practice heavy weather ship maneuvering, they can practice anchoring and weighing anchor and leaving anchorages, maneuvering the vessel in various situations of either light traffic or heavy traffic, maybe daylight, maybe nighttime, maybe fog, poor visibility, anything that you can expect to encounter and more, we can then demonstrate using the simulator. So the students have an opportunity to, I guess, develop and practice and hone those skills before they get out into the workforce. So we kind of come down and we say, here's our programs, here are the simulators, and the simulators are there because they draw attention to us, they raise our profile, and they attract students in, and then we can thereby talk to them and discuss the opportunities that are there. And our industry partners are great because they're there to say, you know what, yeah, there's great programs there, but we've also got jobs for you at the end.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
The Loyalist College exhibit included plenty of different program areas, but what really caught our eye, of course, was the TV and new media section. They had a portable editing rig, green screen, and camera set up. We stopped to talk with Paul Papadopoulos, a professor in the program.
Well, what we have here is a new tech Tricaster, and the Tricaster is a new technological piece of equipment that allows us to remove the studio from its studio base and make it a mobile studio. Traditionally, that would be done with a production vehicle, a production truck, a mobile truck, and you see that at hockey games, a lot of sporting events, and political rallies, and so on. You have the big production truck out in the back of the parking lot, right, and they have a mobile production studio. This is an even further, condensing of that sort of facility, and we can take this anywhere, almost anywhere we can plug it in. But it allows us to create virtual sets. You've seen here, you were on the virtual set yourself, and so was I, and so were a lot of the students coming around today. I think it attracted a lot of the high school students who were taking a look today to come and have a go at putting themselves on a virtual set. So I say, we give them a tool belt, metaphorically speaking, we give them a tool belt at the beginning of the first year. And by the end of third year, they have a tool for every part of content creation, so they can go out in the industry, and if they say, I want a job at your company, what can you do? They can say, what do you need? Because I can do it all. And we give them that 360 experience in 3 years. In our School of Media, Art and Design, there's 19 different programs, we're only one of them. So, and that's only one school within Loyalist.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, great.
Appreciate your time.
No, not at all.
Paul offered to transport me to a high-tech virtual stage for my sign-off for this podcast.
All right, and that was the day at the Ontario College Information Fair at the CNE Grounds in Toronto. It's a busy day. We had reports of somewhere around 8,000 or 9,000 students flowing through last night and today. And we tried to give you a taste of the booths and the marketing efforts being made by colleges here in the GTA at this major event. I'm on this synthetic stage with a green screen at the Loyalist College booth, where students were invited to participate and get to be part of the action with the technology from their programs. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you've got comments about things we missed at the fair, please enter them below on the blog. I can't hear a word you're saying.
You're on video?
Oh, sweet.
In a what?
Sure. All right. We ready? Am I talking to you or to the camera?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
How should we do that? How bad was the background sound from that?
We've partnered with Algonquin College.
Trying to find exciting dynamics. Yeah. Well, you can also just make it move fast. Oh my God. In the rooms? Is anyone thrown up here yet? That's
We have students come in, oh, like, can we crash the vessel? Can we do this? Can we do that? And so, well, that's not really what we teach you to do in our programs.
There's there's a money booth with money flying in it.
I want to go there.
Right, you're shooting there, but they're shooting there. Wow. All right, are you filming, John? I can't even see you. Whew. Did you get that?